All right, I've been doing Blazing 5 for a long time. And I've never, I have success at it. I love it. But everybody knows, I get people coming up to me all the time, you love college football. And I'm like, yesterday we had a Joel Klatt segment. I got so much feedback on that. I love college football. It was the first sport I really fell in love with. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. We had the University of Washington. They were more prominent before the Seahawks were. So I was a college football fan. Then I moved to the South. So I'm a huge college football fan. And Fox Sports Bet is now a real thing at our company. And I said, let's come back to our roots. Let's do college football picks on Thursday. I will give you 3 picks every Thursday. I will try to get games that are somewhere on TV. I want to pick the SEC game. The Oregon game, the Ohio State, the Michigan, the Texas, the Oklahoma, as often as possible. A game that we can all watch together. So here we go, debuting it, our Marquee 3. All right, this is the biggest game. Oregon 11th ranked, Auburn 16. They're playing on a neutral field in Dallas, and that is a real thing. Oregon's got a significant edge at quarterback, but I don't trust them. Oregon's become, and I talked to their head coach about this at some length about a month ago, Mario Cristobal. When you get them out of Autzen Stadium over the last 2 years, they're awful. Outside of Autzen Stadium, they're 4-8, which makes no sense when you're a really good football team with a first-round NFL quarterback and many perceive a very good coach. Against non-conference opponents, the last 4 games they placed them, ranked, I should say, non-conference opponents, they're 0-4. Oregon has got to prove to me they can get away from Autzen Stadium and win. And frankly, when SEC teams play Pac-12 teams, you know where I'm going to lean unless it's in a Pac-12 stadium. Auburn has won 11 of 13 of the last openers. Everybody loves Oregon's offensive line, but Auburn returns all 5 of their offensive linemen. Auburn was top 3 in the SEC in sacks. They always get after the quarterback. I'm going to take Auburn to win a very close football game despite a significant quarterback advantage. I'm going to take the SEC team in the trenches to win the game late, run the football 27-23 and cover. It's a 3.5-point spread. Okay, so now Northwestern is getting 6 points here. They're the underdog. So Northwestern's getting 6 points. I like Northwestern in the upset, and if nothing else, I like them to cover the spread. Here's why. They were very good at the end of last year. They won 8 of their last 10. Took them a while to figure out who they were. They got very hot late. They were also a great road team. Northwestern went 5-0 on the road last year, often played better on the road. Nobody's seen their quarterback play. His name is Hunter Johnson. He went to Clemson. He was a 5-star recruit. You know why he transferred to Northwestern? Because they have Trevor Lawrence. And he's like, I want to play. And he's a smart kid, and he went to Northwestern. He's a big-time talent. Northwestern, I don't think, has had a quarterback this talented in the history of their program. Stanford last year could not run the football. Not very Stanford. They had their worst defensive team in several years. Again, Northwestern, very well coached, has an excellent quarterback. 6 points is a ton in this game. And frankly, Stanford, KJ Costello, been a little beat up in camp. I'm going to go with the healthier team. Upset City, 24-23. I love the 6 points here. Win or not, it's too many points to give Northwestern. I don't think this USC staff is intact at the beginning of next year. But I like USC here, even though they're minus 14 to cover the spread. Here's why. USC wins home openers, 17 of the last 18. If you take out Notre Dame, they haven't lost to a non-power conference team since 2001. They're very good at home, 21-5 at home over the last 4 seasons. Like Oregon, you get them out of their comfortable environment, they're a mess. But at home, USC's good. Graham Harrell is their new offensive coordinator. The strength of this football team, wide receivers. Fresno State was terrific last year. They lost 8 starters on offense, and Fresno State is rebuilding the interior of their offensive line. And USC's strength of their defense is their defensive tackles, the middle of their defense, and their middle linebacker. This is a matchup issue for Fresno State. Too young, biting off too much here. And I think USC, over the course of the season, having to go to Notre Dame, having to go to Washington, Oregon, Utah, I think USC is going to end up being a very close to a 500 team. But in this spot, I'm going to take USC to cover the spread and win the game 36-20. At home, opener, non-Power 5 team. That's where USC is good. So I'm taking Auburn to win and cover close, Northwestern in the points, little upset, and USC minus the points. Go to the Fox Bet app. The Fox Bet app right now.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.